Do you want to know how to build a stamina Dragonknight bow build? Then you're at the right place. Welcome to alcasthq.com. And make sure to subscribe for more ESO related content. Now you might wonder what are the pros and cons of the build. It has a very easy resource management no matter what race you are. It has really high single target and AoE damage. You can adjust the build easily, so it's very flexible. The only downside it has is that a few of the dots need to be applied in melee range. First I will show you a DPS parse, then we're going to take a look at the rotation. I will show you the setup and a few important points about the build and what you also can change. It's very flexible. And at the end I will also showcase the outfit. If you want a written guide, you can always check out alcasthq.com. I will put the link into the description. The nice thing about this build is it has a very easy rotation from start to finish. Nothing really changes. Now when we look here, this is a raid dummy, so we have all the raid buffs. Keep that in mind. As an ultimate you can both run the ballista from the bow skill tree or the standard of might. If you're running standard of might, make sure to apply it in the second rotation, because if you're using Relican you want to build up the proc so it will deal higher damage because of the standard of the might modifier. One thing you might have noticed, I'm not using rearming trap even though I have it slotted. It's mostly there to get the extra weapon damage from the fighter skilled passives, and we are running the Toxin set, which already gives us the minor force buff, which we usually would get from the rearming trap. Now why is that important with this build? We are running Molten Whip on the front bar, which we also do not use, but it gives us a passive buff. You will also notice our DPS going up during execute. We are running free Bloodthirsty on the jewelry, which basically increases our execute damage by 30%. So that's a lot, and that's for proc sets, enchantments, everything gets increased by 30%. When we quickly take a look at the parse, Lethal Arrow by far the highest, and Endless Hail, that's why a Maelstrom Bow is always important. Relican, if you have it, make sure to use it on single target because it's a lot of DPS, as you can see. Overall our weapon damage, we almost went up to 5.1k and averaged 4.7k. We had a lot of weapon crit, which is really nice. And we are using the Arteum Broth here. Just keep in mind, this was the boss raid dummy, so there was a lot of raid buffs already implemented. Now you might wonder, how do I sustain this well? A lot of people actually asked me this question during the raid. When we go to Ardent Flame, World in Ruin, decreases the cost of your stamina poison abilities by 25%. Noxious Breath, Little Arrow, Venomous Claw, Poison Injection. They're all poison abilities, and you can see 1100 stamina, 1400, 1500, 700. So they're basically for free, that's what I'm saying. On top of that, because we use the Arteum food, we actually have about 1400 stamina. Recovery, and I'm an orc. That's how we sustain this well, and AoE wise is the same thing, Acid Spray. It's so cheap. Like when you look at Lethal Arrow, on other builds it costs 2200 stamina or something like that, so like the difference is huge in terms of cost, just because of that really nice passive, the World in the Ruin passive. About the rotation, I will showcase you how we do the rotation slowly and then we'll speed things up. Now rule number 1, always make sure to light attack between abilities. This is the most important thing, because you have seen how much damage the light attacks do. The rotation is fairly simple. Endless Hail, Poison Injection, Cult Drops, these are all damage over time effects. We weapon swap. We apply Venomous Claw first. We do 4 Lethal Arrows, Noxious Breath, and then weapon swap again and restart. And before you engage in the fight, always make sure to activate Flames of Oblivion, because you can basically pre-buff this. If you use Flames of Oblivion on the front bar, when it runs out, only do 3 Lethal Arrows instead of 4. On my website, you will also find the full rotation with combat metrics parse with stats from the character. Link in the description below. And once again, please don't forget to subscribe. I will do more of these videos. So, to showcase this use slowly, we do the flames, endless hail, light attack, poison injection, light attack, cult drops, immediately weapon swap, light attack, venomous claw, then 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, light attacks between each ability. Noxious breath, another light attack, weapon swap into an endless hail and restart. That's it. There is not more to it. Now a few animation cancelling tricks. Once again, just to showcase you. When I do a full light attack, this is how it looks. It's very slow. This is the full lethal arrow animation. Now we do cancel our light attacks with the ability animation. So this is slow. Right? This is very slow and boring. Now when I do this fast, it looks like this. You barely see the light attack animation, but it still goes out. You just have to get the feeling for this. What I do is I just spam the light attack button. That's what I do, and then I press the abilities. I will do a separate video on that though, like how my keyboard stuff is working. Now, another important thing, weapon swap cancelling. Now, if you have noticed, I said we do light attack, cult drops, weapon swap, and then do a light attack on the front bar. We always want to do light attacks on the front bar. Yeah, rip server. The reason why that is because cult drops has a long animation. Like this is the long animation. Not good. I use the cult drops, immediately weapon swap. So the animation gets weapon swap cancelled. Then I do the light attack on the front bar. Same thing when I go to the back bar. Noxious breath, light attack, weapon swap. And you see it starts immediately casting endless hail without any delay. When I would do a light attack, endless hail on the back bar, it kinda staggers a little bit. That's why you want to do noxious breath, light attack, weapon swap ability. One important thing, turn on, go to gameplay, quick cast ground abilities. This needs to be on. If you want to get good, you need to have this on. It's like otherwise you just need to press more buttons and it will slow down the rotation. That's it about the rotation. Again, everything is on the website if this was too fast. To go over the basics real quick, Shadow Mundus Stone, Arteum buff food. If you don't have this, use Dubious. Weapon power potions on my website if you want to know how to craft these. Orc is the best setup, but all stamina, or best race, all stamina races work this year. It simply gives you so much weapon damage, max health, max stamina. Single target setup, Relican, Valid Ref, 7 medium, all divine with max damage chance. Zogwin on the front bar, 3 Bloodthirsty with weapon damage. Back bar, Maelstrom infused with increased weapon damage glyph. Now front bar we have a precise bow actually to boost our weapon crit, because we run also the Shadow Mundus Stone and so on. I do use, I actually forgot these. Yeah, I usually do use poisons here. That's very important. I will jump through the champion points real quick and then show you the AoE setup. I do have 300, 600 and 810 champion point setups on the website. You can pause the video if you want to. To quickly jump over the skills again, Molten Whip is only here to give us a little bit more weapon damage. When we use Noxious Breath or Venomous Claw, we never use this. Lethal Arrow is our spammable, Noxious Breath is a dot, Venomous Claw is a dot, Flames of Oblivion is a dot. Flawless Dawnbreaker is only here to get 8% weapon damage, 5% from the ability itself, and another 3% from Slayer. Backbar, same thing. These here are all dots. Vigor to heal yourself in case you're playing alone, and Acid Spray for AoE damage. Standard versus Ballista. Standard does like 500 to 1000 more DPS. Not a huge difference. Please make sure not to forget medicinal use. That way you get the 100% potion uptime, which is very important for this build, for any build. It's very easy to level this up. And when we quickly look at the AoE setup. Now I do have acid spray in the front bar, and I use channeled acceleration so we can pre-buff before we run into the trash packs. Now the gear setup changed. Two-fanged snake for more penetration, slime craw, valley ref, and on the front bar we use locastids. Now instead of bloodthirst we use infused, free infused with weapon damage glyphs to gain higher weapon damage because the trash packs die so fast. Sharpened bow with absorb stem enchant this time. Maelstrom bow on the back bar is still the same. I have a very detailed version of the build on the website if you want to check out all the passives and so on. Outfit style real quick: Dragonbone helm, bracers, guards, boots, belt, check. Huntsman bow and the Sky Terror Dragonslayer pauldron as the outfit style. Now if you want to get better with Dragonknight in general, make sure to not forget to subscribe. If you want to know more about the Elder Scrolls Online endgame, I do have a video for you right here. Check it out.